You are now listening to the National Show with Gangsterville and McGee. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. All right, No Nation. This is the National Show with Gangsterville and McGee. If you're watching us live from YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is YouTube.com/@National. That's at NATIONOLE. For IGX and all the other links, you can check out our link tree, which is linktree.com/National Show. That's NATIONOLESHOW. Or you can go directly to the source. Our website, national.com, nationole.com. And you can check out our latest episode. You can check out all of the great, wonderful merchandise that we got up for y'all. It's getting this a blizzard going across the nation right now. We got some sweatshirts out there for you to keep you warm and represent that No Nation wherever you go.
Yeah, man. I got the black on black embroidered hoodie. It's styling, man. I feel good. I look good, you know. Heck
yeah.
I step out in the world, baby. I look good always.
Right.
Yeah, man. National.com. Love it.
At least looking good as a Noel is one thing you can guarantee to do.
Guaranteed. Ain't no excuse.
Right. No matter whether the football team good, bad, or ugly, whatever, as long as you look good, showing up, showing out, and everything about. So that's all that matters.
A very wise man once said, no matter what, you got to strut. All right. So,
no matter what, you got to strut.
So, look good, man. It's the only way. It's the first step to playing good is looking good, right?
Oh yeah.
Even if we can't get to that next step in football, we're good at doing that in women's soccer and in golf. At times at football, maybe sometime again in the future, we will play good football for Florida State Nation, the Seminole Nation.
Right.
Need it. It's like when you see Indiana turn it around so fast, when you see Ole Miss turn it around so fast, because, not for nothing, Ole Miss was kind of floundering in the SEC for years, and then all of a sudden, look, right? It's doable. It's
doable,
right? It's doable. It's not easy. It's fucking expensive. We got to sell a whole lot more merch before we can start donating to NIL collectives, buddy. But yeah. It's doable, and so bring in the right guys, coach them up, whatever. Let's talk about a game that was actually played this week, right? Let's talk about a team that played football, right? You're getting me all worked up early in the morning, bro.
Right. There was a big game this Monday. We had Indiana pretty much at Miami, national championship game. Oh man,
didn't really feel like it was at Miami, except I imagine the parking lots were a lot of fun. But there was when you watched it on TV, and it could have just been what sections were dedicated to what teams and where the cameras were. So I don't know that, but there was a lot of red on the screen when I watched that game, man.
Yeah, they showed up. I only said at home because it was physically at Miami.
No travel involved. That's the only way. Only reason.
But Indiana showed up, and we saw that from the the Peach Bowl. Whatever they
were at every level of this playoff.
And can you freaking blame them, bro? Just imagine the people just from the last 20 years to go to Indiana, all the alumni and everything, and you're in the playoffs, let alone the fucking national championship game.
Right.
It's motherfuckers. I want a piece of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be.
And they got a little taste last year.
Mark Cuban was out there. I didn't even know he was alumni.
They got that. Oh yeah, alumni, and from Miami too, I think.
Yeah.
But they got a little taste of the playoffs last year. Indiana did, and I think in a way that sort of helped them this year. Like that wasn't a big deal for them. They were able to make the playoffs and focus on the next goal because that wasn't that big of an item to cross off the list, you know?
Yep. I just look at it. It's just wild to me that Mendoza played for Cal the year before, which was one of the 2 teams that we actually beat at Florida State or whatever. And he goes from that to a national championship team. That shows me coaching right there, bro.
And now he's about to go first pick in the draft.
Oh yeah. He's definitely going to the Raiders. Oh yeah.
If I'm the Raiders, I'm trading it for the Hall. I'm calling Miami and I'm saying, listen, I'll take Tua off your fucking hands and you can pick, but I want all your picks. I want everything. You know what I mean? I want your next 5 years or 6 years picks, or you know, I literally am going to ask for everything because
they needed it.
Well, and also he's worth more to Miami than anybody else. Right. So when you're trying to sell something, go to you know, go to where it's in demand. Right. So I'd call Miami, man. I'd call Miami. But you know, they could also draft him if you're gonna have a football team, an NFL football team in Las Vegas. It makes sense for you to draft the altar boy. Right. You don't want to draft Johnny Manziel. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous town, bro. So you want to get the good kid, the good kid.
Who's to say the city don't turn him into Johnny Manziel?
At least you got a chance.
Dwight Howard was the choir boy coming out.
Orlando turned him. Orlando's done that to a lot of people over there. Man. I mean, it just seems like a safer bet, right? A safer bet. You don't want to. I agree. You know, you don't want to get the wild one. You don't want to get the wild one.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Especially because the guy's 20. You know, the guy's 20, and you're gonna make him a rich man living in Las Vegas. You better at least like try to get the best behaved one you can find. You know, they'll try to get the good kid.
Right.
But he seems, but by all accounts, everything, like he seems like a really good dude. Seems like the kind of guy, if you're gonna procreate and it happens to be a daughter, seems like the kind of guy you'd want her to bring home, you know, like the classic like, you know, good kid, you know. So
yeah, definitely, man.
Good for him. I wish him the best in the NFL.
Nice. Imagine to win one with your brother on the bench.
Yeah, and then he immediately entered
into the fourth half. Yeah, because you know he's not going to be the starter there next year, and he'll probably get NIL next year just off his brother name and stuff or whatever.
Right, so, right. If I'm UNLV, I'm calling him. If he's coming, if his brother's getting drafted to the Raiders too, that'd be great. You'd have your quarterback around an NFL pro all the time. It'd be good for business. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna bring attention to wherever he goes because of the last name. That's for sure. It would flip me out if he transferred to Miami after his brother couldn't come here after he wanted to so badly.
That ain't gonna happen.
You think Norvell made that phone call? Maybe not himself, but I bet you he had somebody talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get in touch with his representation. See if he is at all interested in, you know.
Yeah, because we need all the help we can get at the QB position right now. It's a mass exodus for the roster or whatever. So I want to say all we got is like 3 outside of some unforeseen walk-ons or whatever.
It's not just the Indiana team that has guys enter in the portal. I saw that Malachi Tony entered the portal. I mean, he's only a freshman.
No, really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Malachi. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've been fooled by somebody with Adobe Express, you know. But you know, so you never know. Let's say I'm not going to say he entered the portal. I'm going to say I saw a graphic that announced him entering the portal on social media and leave it at that because I don't know how fucking true any of this shit is.
Yeah, but I mean,
and also
nowadays,
we had a couple guys enter the portal who just recently said, "Never mind, coming back." Some new coaching changes, some coaching changes have changed some things.
And a lot of that got to do with money too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I bet whatever offer
we got a new Batman, or sorry, we got a new GM.
The kind of the same thing as the Desert Twins or whatever. Like whatever deal that was probably agreed upon as coming out of high school, and then you outperform whatever that contract is, and now you just want more money. Malachi Tony, whatever he signed, whatever money he was getting, I bet you he outperformed that or whatever.
Oh, he's definitely deserving of a raise. We'll say.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are at work, yo.
Mm-hmm. But it's crazy. Did you see the court case? The court case. I forget the team. Duke. Yeah.
They're trying to enforce. They can't enforce him to play. They can't force him to play at Duke, but they can force him to leave his NIL rights with Duke because he signed a contract that says they have them. But I suspect that it's all going to get, there's going to be hey, hand over a couple $100K, who Miami or wherever he's transferring to is going to be like, here's the couple $100K, hand it over. It's all going to get solved. Man.
Yeah, but the money fixes part is legal wise, the judge shot it down based off the fact that he's not an employer or whatever. Right. And that's huge.
And that's why it has to be a rights, like we hold his rights conversation. It's still, he still did sign his rights. So they can say, yeah, he can go to Miami. Miami can't have his name, image, and likeness rights, which means they wouldn't be able to have his name on the jersey or his face on the thing or say his name. And Miami wouldn't even want him at that point. Like that'd be weird. Right. It's complicated, but because these guys are fighting, and by these guys, I mean like the schools, the big Division I schools. They're fighting to not be employers of these football players. They're fighting to just stay rights holders of their name, image, and likeness deals. Because if it's a employment contract, then there's all kinds of different chaos that gets, suddenly they can collectively bargain and stuff like that. They have so many rights according to the Constitution of the United States, although that thing's constantly changing of late, so who knows?
Right.
But that was a great game. If Miami just was too far down at halftime to really come back, it was too much too quick for them. They weren't
I think that they had a lot of momentum going into that block kick came.
Yes.
Once that block kick came, that kind of sealed their fate right then and there, along with the Beck interception at the end or whatever. But I mean, I felt like the game never should have been put in a position where, okay, Beck, you got to lead us down the field and score to win.
Right.
If that's going to be the situation, you're going to lose it. Because you look at all three of their losses, it ended in a Beck interception in the fourth quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
So, which is sad because the guy actually played a shit ton better than what I expected this year.
He played a little bit better than I expected. Not for nothing. Fernando Mendoza did not have his best game of the season. And Miami, sort of had a chance. You're absolutely right. When they came in that second half, they got the touchdown. They kind of made it a game, and then it was just like right away, they got kicked in the balls with that situation.
Yep, it was the two plays I felt that killed them was the block kick, and then when Mendoza did that quarterback sneak for that touchdown, bro. Like just the energy behind that play, that reminded me of some Tebow shit, bro. Like I was like, whoa, like
he's got a little Tebow energy. He's like a cooler Tebow, Yeah, I can see that. He grew up in Miami instead of Philippines on a mission. On like a mission trip, right? It's just a whole different kid, but they both seemed like really good guys, really want to work harder than everybody and lead the people around them and get the most out of their teammates. Like they both seem like they got a lot. And you're absolutely right. That's a great comparison. Now this guy's a little bit more of a pure quarterback, whereas Tebow is probably a little bit more of a pure athlete. All right, but yeah, mentality and presentation wise, they got a lot in common.
Yep.
I told you that over would hit. It just
got
it by the half a point. I told you it was gonna. It wasn't gonna take much to get there. You know, big one half had to be big, and that was it. It was close though. It's close. And not for nothing. Like I said, Miami plus the points. That was easy bet. That was easy wagering. You know, it was Indiana on the money line plus Miami plus all those points. Either way, you win. Shout out to the big homie Brock White, producer and co-host of the BYA Bushwood Show, and producer and host of the BYA Bushwood Show, producer and co-host of the Nebraska Hour. Was all over it. Was right in that window. Was able to get a little parlay of the two of them, and you know, really caked up. And I'm really proud of him. Congrats. Good call. Yeah, man, it was an easy one to win money on. Like I never, exactly my first read, I stuck with it. I was never really that wishy-washy on it. I didn't go too heavy on the over because, I was cautioned by you and some other people not to, but I was all over that spread. Like I that felt like way too many points from the second.
That was the biggest shocker for me, bro. I thought they was gonna beat them by a lot more points than that, but
I think like a lot of people did.
Yeah. But the reason why is because Indiana had played pretty much mistake-free football up until the Miami game. This is the first game where they was exposed to getting drop passes, missed blocks, missed tackles, and interceptions. You know, Mendoza had an interception or whatever. So shout out to Miami. This is the game that I wanted to see. I wanted to see
they only lost one fumble all season. That's unheard of. Dude.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's why I'm thinking, okay, the spread. And then you put that with Miami being one of the most penalized teams in the NCAA, in the goddamn the playoffs or whatever. And, you know, the way that they played up until this point, everyone flipped the script. Miami played damn near mistake football or whatever, except for a couple of times. And then goddamn Indiana came in and made a couple mistakes or whatever. That's what created that closeness game. And I ain't mad for it, man. I would rather see it play out the way it did than the way I thought it would have played out. So
Miami kind of played their game too. I mean, they got some big hits on Mendoza, but he kind of just took them. You know, it's like in boxing. Miami came out in that first round and they landed a couple punches, and it didn't seem to really phase Mendoza as much as they wanted it to. And that was kind of the moment when he had that bloody lip and the look in his eye, and I was like, this is it for Miami. But it was a fun second half. I'm glad it didn't turn into some just sort of ass beating, you know. I'm glad they kind of got back in the mix and didn't give up till the end, and we had a little drama at the end. I probably I don't know about all the coach decisions at the end of this, you know. Who am I to, you know, I've never been a head coach in a national championship game. But you know, they kind of played a little conservative at the end. Indiana did, but it worked out. They won the game. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yep.
I can't believe there's no more college football.
Yeah, man. Great ending though. Great bow tie for the season. Not mad at it, man.
Bow tie, gift, ribbon, tie, bow, ribbon, bow. Yeah. Bow tie is like what we wear with the shirt, right? I don't know what that thing's called though. Present bow. I don't know. Whatever. Gift
ribbon.
Whatever.
Ribbon.
Yeah, I get it. I'm with you. I knew exactly what you were talking about. It was a pretty good game, man. Pretty good game. It'll be interesting to see. You know, there's some really interesting offseason storylines to look at. You know, there's obviously some transfer portal business to get settled. All these guys in the final game are, you know, are about to announce if they're going to enter the portal or not. there still could be a little bit of coaching chaos if one of these NFL teams grab a guy in college like a Marcus Freeman, even though he's strong about not doing it or loud about not doing it.
They all say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's going to be an interesting offseason, especially for us as Seminole fans, man. Long though. I'm kind of bummed out, but it is the offseason. Whether we like it or not, it's the offseason, which means if you're watching this show, you should definitely have the notifications hit, because in the offseason we're not that we're the best at sticking to schedules. We've been pretty good this season. But in the offseason, we got other shit going on. We're worthless. We're worthless. The show will happen sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Although the next few weeks during the NFL playoffs, we'll probably talk. While we lead up to through these championship games and into the Super Bowl, especially if there happens to be a pro Noel that makes it to the Super Bowl.
Yep, most definitely.
And on that note, we might as well get into the pro Noel report, huh?
Yes, sir.
Look at that professional transition. So let's start with the golf. Brooks Koepka has not made his his return yet to the PGA, but that's coming in a few weeks. Luke Clanton did play at the Sony Open in Honolulu, and he missed the cut. It wasn't horrible, but he missed the cut. Daniel Berger, not only did he make the cut, he made the top 10. He finished the tournament tied at 6 at 11 under par. Great way to start the season. So bravo to Danny Berger. And both he and Luke Clanton are teeing off later today at it's the American Express in La Quinta, California. Basketball. Malik Beasley still a free agent. Jameer Watkins. The Wizards, clearly no motivation to win games organizationally, right?
Thank you.
But part of this Trae Young thing was, hey, come on over here and just spend the rest of the year getting healthy.
Tanking.
Yeah. So, but
the process.
Right. But although he hasn't been getting a ton of run this season, he's been out there the last couple games. About 20 minutes ish, the last 3 games. Nothing crazy, but he has been hitting the boards, solid. And that's kind of what they need out of him. They got guys that can score on that, or at least guys that are supposed to be practicing their scoring. All right. They need him to be the badass support player that, Coach Hamilton taught him to be, right? He is kind of perfect for that role as he develops as an NBA player. So we'll see what happens. Terrence Mann has grown into that role, right? That's a perfect example. The guy really does deserve to be on a contender. The Nets are a joke. Like, what's he supposed to do? MPJ has to get all these points because they're probably they're trying to showcase him to trade him. Terrence Mann's just kind of out there running as the Robin on a Batman Robin duo that's not going to be together in a few weeks, right? They can both be traded. So hopefully Terrence Mann can get off. Can get off the Nets and get to a better team. Excuse me.
I know both of our teams will take him with open arms. We'll put a package together for him in LA, and I know y'all will put a package together for him in Denver in a heartbeat.
We need that depth, man. The Nuggets are shopping right now, I feel. We're gonna see. I think it's like 3-4 weeks away, right? Isn't it just after the All-Star break or something? So and the All-Star break's next week, I think. So
it's next week?
Or the following week. I mean, it's really soon. Yeah, it's like right after the Super Bowl. Yeah. So it's we're probably 3 weeks or a month away from the trade deadline.
Word. That's when the season really starts.
yeah, because you see who's taking it seriously, who gives a fuck, and who is mailing it in. There could be some wild names. I don't think we're going to see Giannis Antetokounmpo move in the next month, but we might. And I don't know. Even longer shot would be to see Steph Curry leave, but we might with Butler down now. Like, is he really going to spend his last 2-3 years on a team that has no chance? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. If I'm Steph Curry for the first time in my professional career, I'm probably legitimately considering myself in another uniform right now.
Yep.
Send him to Atlanta, send him to Charlotte, send him to fucking some team that is close to where he grew up, maybe in the Carolinas, or a team that's really contending. You know what I mean? Maybe you can get some pieces for him. Shit, call Miami. Miami will send you something. You know, call like there's some teams out there that would.
I think a good team, a sleeper team that ain't nobody think about is Memphis, because they're ready to move on from Ja Morant. There was some video of him cussing his teammate out, saying, y'all don't fuck with me anyway or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, if you trade him, the contract should match up, give or take a player or two or whatever, and he instantly puts that team as a contender once he's on there or whatever.
They have all the other pieces. You're not
That's
wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You could do a deal with Orlando, and you could get like an expiring and a player and a bunch of picks, and maybe you take either Franz or Paolo. I don't love that.
No.
I don't love that.
The deal with Orlando,
there's some other pieces.
He has to play with Powell. He has to play with Powell. And I don't think they have enough other pieces to trade for him and then have a team that's a contender or whatever.
Not for nothing, but
yeah,
I have a feeling that Jonathan Isaac is just an expiring contract waiting to be traded.
Yeah.
They got some depth. Like they could find you a player if you really needed to put a trade package together, and they got. I think.
But by the time you put in all of them players to equal Steph's contract, then what do you got left for depth? You know what I mean? I've been through that over and over as a Laker, bro.
If I'm OKC or San Antonio, I have the fucking firepower to go grab Steph Curry for the last few years.
That's another sleeper one right there.
You add him to a young team. You add him to a young team, and it works, dude. And that's a young OKC has a ton of draft capital. Ton of draft capital. They can't use it all.
Cornerback. What's that point guard that the
Dort?
Spurs? No, the Spurs got that they're trying to get rid of.
Murray.
No, it ain't Murray. Is it Murray? No, it's another one. The one that came from Sacramento. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up.
It's not great. It's not. Are you talking about Stephen Castle? Or Dylan Harper.
De'Aaron Fox. That's who I'm talking about. De'Aaron Fox.
Wants De'Aaron Fox anymore, I think. Maybe he's still got game. There's so many guards on the Spurs, so that's why he's not getting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. His contract maxed up more with Curry, and then you swap those and maybe give a bunch of picks or two or whatever. Yeah. And then you could probably say
San Antonio has picks too, but OKC is the team that has just fuck tons. Like they could do anything.
Yeah, that would be the ideal because you get a couple players, but more importantly, you get picks galore or whatever for them. So, and then those picks are what Golden State would need more than anything because they've gotten rid of damn near all of their picks with the trades they've done the last couple of years. So yeah. But yeah, I agree. Overall, Curry needs to go, man. It's crashing down in at the Warriors right now. Draymond may be on his way out here.
I could see Lou Dort being coached by Steve Kerr. Like he seems like a Warriors kind of guy. But without Curry, who knows what the Warriors look like? And I imagine Steve Kerr's not back if Curry leaves. And I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's crazy. We're being weird, just like even thinking about a Curry trade. But with Butler down,
the way the game is now, bro.
With Butler down, man, like that's it, dude. Like that's not a team to take seriously. You know?
Yep.
All right, let's get back to this Pro No report. Let's talk about Patrick Williams and the Bulls. They are 21 and 22nd, which puts them in the Eastern Conference 9th. Cruising straight to that play-in game, like we said before the season started. His minutes are a little low. All his numbers are low. It's just hasn't been a good year for him. I don't know if he's not fitting in well with what they're doing, or maybe there's some sort of lingering injury or something. But it's just he's not the player he was a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, and I'm not. He doesn't seem to even be enjoying it. Hope he can find his happiness, right? We mentioned Jonathan Isaac. his minutes for the Magic are minimal. Like I said, just kind of sitting there waiting to be part of a deal. And I suspect this is probably his last contract of note in the NBA, it seems. He just doesn't seem to be. All those injuries have clearly caught up to him. Now let's talk about our dude, Scotty Barnes. He was not voted as a starter to the All-Star game, but he is expected to be on the team. I like that. I like that. The Raptors are 27-19 right now. Having a year, man. Really having a year, largely because of what Scotty Barnes is doing. He's still crushing. He is averaging well over 20 since the new year, since in the last 3 weeks, right? Well over 20, and filling up all the other categories as he always does. Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see him as an all-star again. I think he was in 2024. I'd have to look that up, and I'm not gonna, start Googling more stuff on Cam like we just did a minute ago. But I think this will be his second time as an all-star. But regardless, he deserves that all-star jersey. I haven't bought a basketball jersey in forever. A Barnes Raptors, but
and yeah, he was in the All-Star in 2024.
He was, right?
That was his first appearance. Yep,
that's right. But an All-Star jersey for Scotty Barnes would be cool. And then think about that. I would think about that. And then over in the Western Conference, Devin Vassal's still out with the what was that, abductor? I don't even know her. He is, they keep. It seems like it's a game-to-game situation. Like they literally keep saying, "Oh, he might be ready for the next game." So I'm sure they're just trying to be abundantly cautious. And meanwhile, the Spurs are now up to second in the Western Conference, and they're 30-14 on the season.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the NFL. We like the NFL. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Bills. Keon Coleman. All right, tough loss in overtime.
Tough loss after the loss for Coleman.
Yeah. He did get it. They threw to him 3 times in the game. He got one catch, a 10-yard touchdown, his first touchdown in a while. But it was made very clear after the fact that the coach and what's his name, Brandon Beane, the guy who's the GM and now president of football. I think Brandon. I definitely know his last name's Beane.
Beane, I know that. I just read that. Yeah.
It's clear that they're not fans of Keon Coleman, and I can't imagine he will ever be in a Bills uniform again.
Nope. He's gone.
He might be the kind of guy who would take a little less to play for a Dolphins, Jets, or Patriots just so he could have the chance to play the Bills twice a year moving forward. Like, he seems like the kind of guy who can be like, you know what? I don't like you guys. And really mean it. Really stick to it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see, man. I wish him the best. I like his game. And, he's got a lot to offer. But even if he's an asshole, sometimes you got to work with assholes because they're good at their jobs. Like Gangsterville. Gangsterville's got to work with an asshole because half decent at what I'm doing. Bills, new head coach time. They fired, which was weird, man. That guy's really been around for a while, and
9 years. I wanted to say, I didn't even know it was that damn long. Like, wow.
But it's been a good 9 years, right? Like, they've really come into their own as a team, and they're consistently part of the conversation. The problem is, 9 years. They said like after a while, your voice doesn't resonate the way it used to. I suspect that's part of the reason. Tomlin and Harbaugh went double that. That's amazing. But I suspect it's part of the reason. It was just time for a new voice. We did it as Bucs fans. We did it years ago. We said goodbye to Herm Edwards and we brought in John Gruden and we won the damn Super Bowl. Right? Sometimes it works. Sometimes you got to change them. Cowboys did it back in the day. You can think of examples where the change works, but then you can also think of
it regrets as hell too.
Yeah.
So
we'll
it's
see
all about who you hire to come in next or whatever for it, man. And then I think a lot of it in those situations got to deal with, like, especially Buffalo, is they had the team of the century until Josh Allen got that big contract. Then he got that big contract, and the defense kind of, fell off a little bit, and losing a bunch of star players at receivers in different spots and stuff or whatever. And it's hard to replace it. We said it over and over again. What Bill Belichick did and New England should be studied, because the best thing I felt like he did is not only in retaining Tom Brady every year and at a lower contract, was getting rid of those players once they reached that max contract time. It's like, okay,
it was all value. It was all about value, right? He brought in Randy Moss when it was a short term. Hey, you might be out of here next year kind of a situation, and that's when he's got value. Right, he's got value. You're not committing to him long time, so you're going to get everything from him. He's bringing in guys on that fuck up that he can get on a good deal, or that are ready for a second chance, or that were overlooked elsewhere, or most of the time, the best example of it is, like you brought up, he gets rid of guys a year earlier than other teams would.
Yep, and then draft the perfect person to take that spot or whatever. Now you got a rookie contract instead of a mid-journey veteran contract or whatever. So,
and it sounds like you're only saving a couple $100,000, but a couple $100,000 here, a couple $100,000 there, a couple $100,000 there. That really adds up. That gets you an extra, extra player or two, and it's a rough game. People get hurt. You need those extra players.
Yeah, but even that process is harder to do now with how big the quarterback contracts have gotten or whatever. They're so big, they take up much more portion of the overall salary cap or whatever, and it just sucks away from what you're able to do for the rest of the team, man. That's the sad part with it.
Yeah, man. The other side of that game, the Broncos, Joshua Farmer's on he is on IR, but still they're advancing. So it's nice to see Noel make it to the championship game, even if he doesn't get to be out there with his team. I'm sure he's excited and he's cheering them on and everything. That's the AFC. On the NFC side, this weekend was Seattle and the 49ers. Yeah. That was a wild game. Seattle just controlled everything from the beginning. The 49ers, there was a few times, oh man, are they about to get in? They tried really hard, right? They fought super valiantly. They had no players left. I mean, they're on fifth stringers, sixth stringers, seventh stringers in some positions. But our dude, Renardo Green, went out there and kept fighting his ass off, did his thing, didn't give up. 5 tackles.
I'm about to say, damn.
Yeah, 5 tackles. Did what he did all season. Did everything that was asked of him. So props to him. I suspect he learned a lot from this year, and I suspect he's going to be
gained a lot of value.
Right. I think he's going to be appreciated more. Right. I also think he's going to keep elevating, keep stepping up, keep improving, and this could lead to like a really professional approach to a long career largely because of getting this opportunity, even if it came for shitty reasons because somebody else got hurt. It's the nature of the game, right?
Yeah. Next man up.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just like we shouted out Joshua Farmer, Tatum Bethune, not able to be out there with his guys has got to suck for the 49ers, but I'm sure he's really, proud of how hard they tried, how hard they fought. But that Seahawks team's no joke, man. That Seahawks team is no joke. You got to take them seriously. The only weakness is that Sam Darnold could remember that he's Sam Darnold and mess up. That's it. Yeah. Basically what Trevor Lawrence did. They are going to be playing the Rams because the Rams went to Chicago in the snow and handled their business in overtime. That was a fun game to watch. I don't think I'll ever be able to forget that fourth down play by the Bears to force overtime, where literally Caleb Williams, DC native, went, I don't know, 30 yards back, like ran the wrong direction, almost to the 40-yard line. So probably 25, 30 yards back. It was incredible. And then threw for the touchdown in the corner. It was very impressive. The Bears are fun to watch. I think with a few years of growth as a team, they will be a real player. They will be very much in the mix in the NFL. I think that ability to avoid being tackled is natural. It is innate. And if they keep building around him in the right way and coaching him up in the right way, he could be something special. And the Bears could be something special. But came up a little short. They were at home, bad weather. Still weren't able to stop the Rams. The Rams have had a tough run. Pardon me. This has been, 3 straight road games in the playoffs, and they're eking out these wins. But that's what they do. They eke out wins, right? They keep winning. So they're coming up on their third one. They're gonna have to go to Seattle, and that is not going to be an easy game at all. In Chicago, we saw both Braden Fisk and Jared Verse contribute, be a part of that. It's like 6 guys on the defensive line that sort of cycle out. It's sort of like the Eagles a few years ago when they won the Super Bowl. Both of them, Braden Fisk especially, really get in there and bang it up. I know Jared Verse is listed as a linebacker, but he's more of an edge rusher, right? But they really get in there and throw down on that D line. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Between the two of them, 9 tackles, like 4 for Braden Fisk, and then 3 tackles and 2 stuffs for Jared Verse. It's really impressive. And that'll be a really good game next week. And that is your Pro Noel report for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. It's very easy to roll from that right into talking about these 2 games, right? The Patriots have to go to the Broncos. And after having a pretty easy season, they didn't win their division, so they didn't have that first in the division record. They've had an easy season, and every time they've had to play somebody, the situation has been sort of beneficial for them or manageable for them. So now we're about to see the Patriots once again get to go play against a team who's not at full strength, right? The Patriots are about to go into Denver and play against Bo Nix, who now suddenly have Jared Stidham as their starting quarterback, who used to play for the Patriots, I think.
Mm-hmm. I won't say they drafted him.
Yeah, did Stidham he took Georgia to the national championship game in college? They played in it. I think they played in it one of his years. I don't know. This is a big game, man. This is a tough spot to suddenly be starting an NFL playoff game at Denver. Notorious tough field to play at, and that defense is legit. Against Patriots. And that defense plays fucking hard, and they've been in a lot of ways they've been carrying the Patriots through the playoffs, right? Drake May hasn't had a great game in weeks. He hasn't been playing that fantastic, but the team has been getting it done. Had Bo Nix been out there, I'd be all over. Denver, right?
Yep.
But it makes sense that it's plus 4.5. That makes sense. Sean Payton I feel like Sean Payton with a week to prepare could probably win with almost any quarterback, though. So you may want to There's definitely a lot of people that are still betting on Denver because of that, because of Sean Payton. We'll see if they can kind of pull it off. But man,
and this
Patriots,
is like his third year in Denver. So, how long has Sean Payton been there? At least 2 years, 3 years. So he's been in the system for a while now, basically what I'm saying. So
they say it was the first call he made. It was the first hire was bringing him in. So he must have been, was he behind Russell Wilson? He must have been on that team with Russell Wilson for a minute.
Yeah, had to have been. It was 3 years ago. Yep.
The other game, Rams at Seahawks. Rams are getting 2.5 points on the road in Seattle. I alluded to it earlier, but the fact is, any play Sam Darnold can be Sam Darnold again, right? Let me say it like this. I said it on the Nebraska Hour the other day. I don't think Matt Stafford will make a mistake. And I am always worried that Sam Darnold will make a mistake. Other than that, these defenses match up really well. And I think that's the difference, is quarterback play.
Yep, totally agree. It's definitely quarterback play. Way more consistency with Stafford. Stafford is looking like a football god out there, bro. Just making all the right decisions.
And I know the Seahawks have 2 running backs, but losing Zach Charbonnet is a big deal. That means that's a whole lot of weight on the shoulders of one guy. And I don't know. This is an easy spot for me to bet the Rams. I'm not even concerned with it. This is my favorite. Honestly, I like the Rams more than I like the Patriots going to Denver. Even though Denver's playing with a backup quarterback.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah. Definitely the safer bet.
Yeah. Man. So there's going to be a Super Bowl in 2 weeks, and it's like 2 of these 4 teams. 2 of these 4 teams have Florida State Seminoles on it. So it would be very cool to see some Pro Knowles get Super Bowl rings. Like that. I was loud about the Rams before the season. I was loud about the Rams during the season. I wasn't even all that scared. I've been on them every week in the playoffs. I haven't even been all that scared about the road path in the playoffs. They got the smartest coach. They got the deepest team. Deepest roster, almost every position. Oh, I said I was talking about this game on the Nebraska Hour. I lied. I did it on the Bet Your Ass show with Casey Earl Flynn as the guest. He and I were talking about this exact point. The Rams roster at every position, like 2-3 deep, and that doesn't come into play always, but at certain positions it really does. D-line is one of those positions. Wide receiver is another one of those positions. Secondary is another one of those positions. So you're seeing it pay off. You're seeing that really good team construction paying off.
Yep. And then with the good team construction, they still don't have a bunch of injuries or whatever. Because you could say the same thing about the 49ers. They was 3 deep at every position, but
they had to use them.
Right. Had to use all of them and ran out of depth, man. So yeah, it's just about building that roster and then hoping that you could sustain health not only throughout the season but at the perfect times of the season. Like look at Tampa Bay, bro. Like we, the periods throughout the season where we was unhealthy contributed to our, was unhealthy at the worst times. Basically starting the season out and then finishing the season or whatever. So. That's kind of the kick with it, man. Oh, speaking of Tampa Bay, did you see we're looking at the offensive coordinator from the Falcons?
I saw that. I would much rather anybody else.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Yeah.
I don't feel like they maximized the weapons they had the last few years. Like I don't see why that's
a tight end from Florida.
Pitts and even they should have even got more. Who's the wide receiver I really like on that team this year? He kind of Drake London.
Is
that his name? Drake? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he had a couple good weeks, but bro, man, that guy should have been the best wide receiver in the game. He's got to be central figure type shit, you know. I don't know. Okay, if that's who the guys want to work with, I guess. Like honestly, like if that's who Baker wants to work with, if that's who Coach Bowles feels is the right person for the job, all right. But like, understand, man, if he doesn't do it, Coach, you're out of here, bro.
Exactly. That's my point on it. I'm like, if you're gonna hire an offensive coordinator, especially where you're at right now and the temperature, the environment of being in the hot seat, I'm hiring the best guy that's gonna put us in position or whatever. So, and I don't think that guy is it, man. I don't think it's it.
Agreed.
But we'll see. And then who knows? Maybe a healthy Mike Evans all year next year could change everything. So who knows, bro?
Maybe Keon Coleman would look good in red and pewter.
I know he'd love to be in that warmer environment.
We're like, it's only like 3 months till the draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like, I don't know, 90 days or something till the draft. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for this offseason. I would like to see the Bucks retool and go after this. Since they're committing to that. Or do the full rebuild. Can't mess around with the middle, you know. All right. Short and sweet. Done with the season. College football. We're done with the season. I imagine we'll probably take next week off and then come back the following week with a little Super Bowl preview.
Yep.
Sound good?
Good. Yep.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that. And all right, well, let's wrap it up. Appreciate everybody watching the show. If you are watching, make sure you are subscribed to youtube.com/@national and make sure you have the notifications clicked too. That's really important, especially in the off season when we are irregular about our show schedule. If you prefer the show as an audio product, it is available via the Bet Your Ash Podcasting Network, BYAPN, BYAPN. And it, like all the shows on the network, can be found at betyourash.com or the Bet Your Ash feeds on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also have a link tree if you want to find us on socials. It is /National Show, NATIONOLESHOW. There you will find links to all of our platforms and everything, all the different ways you can be in touch with us. Gangstaville also has a link tree. It is /GAINSTAVILLE, Gangstaville. It is right there on his hoodie, which is available right now at national.com.
Yes, sir.
Go to his link tree. There you will find all of his social medias as well as all of the platforms where you can listen to his music. The Weatherman recently dropped dope single produced by our homie Oplex. Shout out to Oplex.
Yes, sir.
Gangstaville got some stuff in the works, boy. The works. Recently made an appearance on Duck 13 Project by Joey Hustle. Should check that out on Bandcamp. That's both of those albums are dope. And a little birdie, I guess that was unintentional because we're talking about Duck 13. But I've heard that there may be a third and fourth installment of the Duck 13 series.
Nice.
Joey Hustle.
Nice.
So,
hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
What else is national.com.
There you go.
we got a website. You can watch our latest show as well as find links to all of our socials and platforms and etc. And go shopping. Grab yourself a Gangstaville hoodie. Grab yourself a National Show hoodie. Grab yourself a t-shirt, hat, whatever you need. We got it. I got the National Show coffee mug. I love it. It's bigger than all my other mugs. It's like substantial. I feel like a real like grown up when I have it in my hand. It like fits my fist really well. I'm very pleased with my purchase.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Did I forget anything?
It. Nope, that's it, bro. You
got
it.
Well, you know how it is. Whether we win the national championship or somebody else wins the national championship, it is always
go Noles.
Go Noles.
And you have just finished listening to The National Show with Gangsta, Fizzle, and McGee.